Hello everybody. We are going to talk about negative exponents and how to view a negative exponent. For instance, I have a to the negative m. I simply take that base in that negative exponent and I transfer it to a denominator. I make a quotient. So a to the negative m turns into 1 over a to the m. Now my exponent is positive once I move it down to the denominator. So right here I have 1 over a to a negative m. Well, I can rewrite that as a to the m. Whenever my exponent is negative, whether it's in the denominator or numerator, I switch it. So if this one is in the denominator, I put it up in the numerator and I make it positive. Just like this one, it was in the numerator per se, because I could write this as over 1. I make any number a fraction by putting it over 1. What I do is I take it from the numerator, put it in the denominator, and make it positive. Whenever I have two negative exponents, for instance this problem right here, I just take that base and that exponent and I switch them. So this becomes a to the nth over b, or in the denominator, and this becomes b to the nth in the numerator. See, I switched them. Whenever I switch, I go from a negative exponent to a positive. That's the whole reason I'm doing that. So an example, I have 4 to the negative third. Well, I rewrite that as a fraction. So initially it could be viewed as a fraction. I could write it over 1. I place this in the denominator, causing the exponent to be positive. 1 divided by 4 to the third, which is the same as 1/64. Here I have 1/2 to the negative 2 power. So I can view that as 1 to the negative 2 over 2 to the negative 2. I want to get rid of that negative exponent, so I take 2 and I put it in the numerator, and I take 1 and put it in the denominator. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, so I'm left with 4. Here we have the quotient rule in effect. Same basis, they're both x, and then they're 2 powers. So what I do is I say, oh, well, the base is x, so 3 minus 5. So 3 minus 5, I end up with x to the negative second power. Well, I rewrite it to where it's positive. I would simply say that is equal to 1 over x squared. Alright, so what I would like for you guys to do, pause the video, and I would like for you to work these examples, and let's see if we end up with the same answer. So 5 to the negative second power. Well, I can view this as 5 to the negative second over 1, so make it positive by moving it down to the denominator, which is 1/25. And for your calculators, you can check that. I would recommend whenever you enter it into your calculator, some of y'all's calculators put parentheses around, whenever you do your exponential rule, put parentheses around your negative 2. Okay, next one. Okay, here we go. I have combined rules here. I'm going to have first the power rule, and then I'm going to do the quotient rule. My power rule says multiply my exponents. So x to the 2 to the third is the same as saying x to the 2 times 3. So it is x to the 6th over x to the 10th. Quotient rule. Quotient rule says subtract exponents if my bases are the same. They are the same. So what this equals is x to the 6 minus 10, which becomes x to the negative 4th, which I can rewrite as 1 over x to a positive 4. Power rule right here. So I have I multiply right with the power rule, negative 5, negative 3. I'll write that out, negative 5 times a negative 3. And then for b, I have 2 times a negative 3. Well, this turns into a to the 15th, and this turns in b negative 6th. Well, let's get this as a positive exponent. So I leave a alone. A is still in the numerator, but I will move b to the denominator, and its exponent will be positive now. A to the 15th over B to the 6th. Okay guys, that is negative exponents. Good luck with the remaining homework problems.